Hospital broken heart doctors finally break their silence on Oates' condition. Boat refuses to leave his side. A world stopped in its tracks. When the news first broke that Oates had been in a serious accident, the entertainment industry, and indeed, an entire nation, fell into silence. Oates was not just another actor. He was a face that millions had welcomed into their homes, a smile that brought comfort after long days, and a voice that resonated far beyond the screen. Fans describe the moment they first read the headlines as one of disbelief. For some, it felt like a cruel rumor. For others, it was a nightmare unfolding in real time. Within minutes, social media timelines became flooded with one word repeated endlessly: no. The uncertainty, the lack of immediate information, and the desperate need for answers all combined to create an atmosphere of grief long before any official statement was made. And then came the hospital silence. Days of it. A career of light and laughter. To understand the depth of this tragedy, one must first understand who Oates was to millions. Oates was a rare talent in the entertainment world, not only a skilled actor but also a beloved personality who carried warmth both on and off screen. His roles often portrayed him as charming, soft-hearted, and deeply human, qualities that mirrored his real-life persona. From his earliest appearances, Oates had been a figure who drew audiences in effortlessly. He didn't need scandals, shocking headlines, or controversies to stay relevant. His sheer talent and sincerity spoke for themselves. It is precisely this purity of character that made the news of his accident so devastating. Fans weren't just worried about a celebrity, they were worried about their Oates, the person who felt like family through the screen. The day of the accident. The accident itself remains etched in memory for all who followed the breaking updates. Witnesses described a scene of chaos, flashing sirens, and hurried medics as Oates was rushed to the hospital. For hours, no one knew whether he had survived. Whispers circulated online, each post more devastating than the last. Fans, desperate for clarity, camped outside the hospital. Journalists swarmed the area, cameras clicking, hearts pounding. Oates, upon hearing the news, reportedly arrived within minutes, his face pale, his eyes filled with terror. From that moment on, he became a permanent fixture at Oates' side. Doctors break their silence. Finally, after days of waiting, the doctors held a press conference. Their words were measured, their tone serious. Oates remains in critical but stable condition, one senior doctor stated. The injuries he sustained are severe, but he has shown signs of resilience. He is not out of danger, but we are cautiously optimistic. It was the first glimmer of hope after endless days of despair. The statement went viral almost instantly, with fans across the globe clinging to the phrase cautiously optimistic. Oates' unwavering devotion. Inside the hospital, a quieter, more intimate drama unfolded. While doctors worked around the clock, Oates refused to leave Oates' bedside. Hospital staff revealed that Oates often sat silently for hours, holding Oates' hand, whispering encouragement, sometimes breaking into tears. At night, when the halls grew quiet, he remained, his loyalty as unshakable as his grief. Photos captured secretly by fans and staff showed Oates slumped over in a chair, exhausted but still clutching Oates' hand. Another showed him resting his forehead against the bed rail, as though his very presence was a prayer. For fans, these images became iconic, proof that their bond transcended screens and scripts. Breaking news that shook the industry. When the accident first hit the wires, it wasn't just entertainment blogs or fan pages that reported it. Major television networks interrupted regular programming to broadcast urgent updates. The name Oates flashed across news tickers, accompanied by words like critical condition and hospitalized. Within minutes, the story spread beyond Thailand's borders. International entertainment outlets in China, Korea, and even Western platforms like Variety and Deadline picked up the coverage. The phrase Oates accident became one of the most searched terms on Google in multiple countries. Journalists camped outside the hospital, cameras flashing at every ambulance, every family member, every co-star who arrived to show support. Yet through it all, one image dominated headlines: Oates refusing to leave Oates' side. That single image became the defining symbol of the tragedy. Viral images of loyalty. The media didn't just report on Oates' condition, they reported on Oates' loyalty. Headlines read, A vigil of love, Boat holds Oates' hand through the night. Not just co-stars, Boat's silent devotion moves millions. Inside the hospital, Boat's tears for Oates break fans' hearts. Editorials described their bond as a story of unspoken love that speaks louder than words. Talk shows invited psychologists, cultural experts, and even fellow actors to discuss what Boat's vigil represented in an industry often accused of being shallow or transactional. Fans and media, a shared grief. What was unusual and deeply moving was how fans and media merged into a single grieving community. Instead of sensationalizing, many outlets took a compassionate tone, reporting updates with empathy. Television anchors shed tears on live broadcasts. Radio stations played Oates' past interviews, letting his voice echo as if he were still there. Newspapers published special editions with Oates' smiling face, alongside editorials urging prayers and patience. Cultural reflections. In Thailand, Oates and Boat's story began to spark deeper conversations about loyalty, friendship, and even love in the entertainment industry. Cultural commentators pointed out how rare it was to see such raw devotion displayed so publicly. Some argued that Boat had shattered stereotypes about masculinity in Asian entertainment, showing that vulnerability, tears, and unwavering devotion were not weaknesses, but strengths. Others noted how the tragedy highlighted the fragile humanity behind celebrity culture. Fans often see stars as untouchable, larger-than-life figures. But in that hospital room, with Boat weeping quietly at Oates' side, the world was reminded that fame does not shield anyone from pain. International impact. Across Asia, particularly in China and South Korea where Oates had fanbases, the story trended for days. Weibo flooded with messages like "Stay strong, Oates." "Stay strong, Boat." Korean news described Boat's vigil as a love story more powerful than any drama. Even Western audiences, less familiar with the pair, were moved. Comment sections under international reports filled with messages of solidarity. "I don't know them, but this is breaking my heart." The cultural impact of this tragedy was undeniable. It transcended language, geography, and fandom, becoming a universal story of love and loss. The shocking CCTV leak has forced authorities to step in. Police confirmed today that an official investigation has been opened into the mysterious black vehicle seen swerving into Oates Lane before the crash. Police cars revolving light the search for the culprit. Detectives revealed they are analyzing footage frame by frame and tracing the car's license plate. Early reports suggest the vehicle may belong to someone with ties to the entertainment industry. This revelation has fueled explosive speculation online. Fans now believe Oates' accident was no coincidence but part of a bigger, darker scheme. Broken heart Boat's final plea. Meanwhile, Boat Napat continues his sleepless vigil at the hospital. Witnesses say he pressed his forehead against Oates' hospital bed, whispering words that broke everyone's heart. "If you can hear me, just wake up. Please, Oates. Don't leave me in this world alone." Fans worldwide echoed his pain, flooding social media with prayers, edits, and heartbreaking tributes. Globe showing Europe-Africa global fandom united. From Thailand to the Philippines, Korea to the US, fans have lit candles, created online prayer spaces, and launched the hashtag #WakeUpOate, trending #1 across multiple platforms. One viral post summed it up best. "This isn't just about two actors. This is about love, life, and justice. Oates, fight for Boat. Boat, stay strong for Oates." Candle # the story isn't over. As police intensify their investigation and doctors fight to stabilize Oates, the world waits with bated breath. For now, one truth remains unshakable. Boat and Oates' story has gone beyond fiction, beyond drama, and into the hearts of millions. Whether this tragedy ends in healing or heartbreak, it has already etched their names into history.